A first down run, call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Another carry now for Gore. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
2nd and 2 is prime time. Keep the sticks moving.
Back now in Indianapolis. And we've got a dandy here. A 1-point game as we begin the 4th. So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Gore. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Frank Gore scampering home from 19 yards out. And the Colts use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. And with that, the lead is up to 8. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Heading out is the Texans offense as they get set to take over here. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Watson going to give this one to Miller. And he'll get this one up to the 26. 1 yard, the official pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
And foreseeing completion on first down, then you're able to shut. The Texans on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 9. Bring him down after just a short pickup. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
Desperation time. Watson on 4th down. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Houston. Bruce Ellington. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And now the Texans are within a 2-point conversion of tying up this game. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. They'll try and run it in. And he will get into the end zone for 2. And this game now tied here in the 4th. Set to go now with the kickoff. These 2 teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Now the Colts offense gets ready to head back on the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for rain.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Jadeveon Clowney in there to record another sack. Their 6th of the afternoon. Shift together here from the D-line. 2nd down, Brissett. Flushed out right. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. A little risky there when you roll out of that pocket right like he did. You complete the pass, but you don't get anything out of it.
But how many times have we seen when a quarterback exits out of the pocket, doesn't matter whether they go left or right, the defense loses its leverage, right? There's a little chaos back there, and receivers come open. Great discipline on that play. They didn't let that happen and held it to no gain.
It's 3rd and long for Brissett. Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
The punt team on now is from their end zone. They get it away. Taking it about the 36. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Tie game late, and the offense really has to be conscious of the clock here as it's becoming a factor late in this ball game. They'll run with Miller. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. And this will probably be the final play before the 2-minute warning. To throw is Watson. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Flush to his right. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this. 1st down and 10 now for the offensive group. Watson now to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And this is going to be intercepted. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Colts pick it up. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. The Colts now, their offense works their way back onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency. Move the ball, at least to...
And also a 1st down. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
Gore again here on 1st down. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Back to the workhorse today. It's Gore. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up. On 3rd down, that's Mack. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. And now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down. Here's Brissett. Eluding the pressure right. He may try and run. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Texans scoop it. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. And they're going to come up empty here on 4th down. He had gained really good yardage, but that's what you tell your quarterbacks, right? Get down after you've got the run.
You don't have to prove your toughness. You know, I think that's what a lot of coaches are trying to preach to their guys. Get the yardage, get down, protect the football, and protect yourself from extra hits as well. It's real easy to say this running game needs to be better, but the reality is they've been given little time to actually find a place to run the football. It's almost like the defense is there on the handoff.
Watson going up top. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. And another timeout taken by the Colts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. Now it's Gore. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Now the Colts moving quickly here in the hurry-up offense. Again they run, again it's Gore. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. The Texans want to call another timeout. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. The Colts on third down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Here's Mack. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. And now here comes their final timeout as they take it with 8 ticks remaining. The Colts send out their punter as he's on here to punt it away. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. This is brought in at the 21. A little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And here comes the Texans now. They're set for their first drive here in overtime. And this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. 38 yards on the scamper there. A big chunk of yardage there, 37 yards.
That looked like a two-deep coverage, which we call cover two. And what that really means is you have corners, what we call rolled up in about a 5-yard area on the outside receivers. Then your safeties are back closer to the hash marks near the middle of the field, somewhere around 10 to 12 yards back. So if you can break through the first level, you've got a chance to run before you encounter any type of resistance from the safeties.
We saw the... And he is in for the score!